Hello, in this video we're going to show how to create a simple chart in Power BI using data from the LG and Form Plus API. Now this video follows on from a previous one in which we talk about the process for getting the data out of the API and into Power BI. So if you haven't seen that one already, go and take a look at it and then come back here. So here I am in Power BI and I've just imported my data using the same steps as shown in the previous video. And I'm actually using the same example data as was shown there as well. So we're showing the wards of Birmingham and the total population for each of the last 3 years that are available. So when we import our data, the first thing that we see is this summary table. And this is our opportunity to just check that everything seems to have imported correctly and is as we would expect it to be. So each of these rows is an individual record. And in our example, a record is a combination of a ward and a year, and then we show the population for that combination. And each of our columns is a particular data point or a field that's available for each record. So if I just scroll over here, we can see that there's quite a few columns, and it's this one here, this value column, that contains the number with the population in it. Now our example is going to be a very simple chart. All I'm going to do is plot out the different wards and across the different years and show the population for each of those. So for that we don't need all of the different columns that we're showing here. So the first thing we're going to do is reduce the columns to just those ones that we need. And this is generally a good practice to keep your reporting manageable if you know exactly what it is that you're going to be building. So I'm going to unselect this checkbox for select all columns, and now I can just pick the ones that I'm interested in. And those are the area label, so that's the name of the ward, the period label, which is the name of the year, and the value, which is the population number for that area in that year. So if I click OK, we can see that Power BI has just stripped our table down to just those columns that we've asked it for. So I can give that a quick check over, and I'm quite happy with what I'm seeing there. So I'm going to click Close and Apply, and that will take me into the reporting interface and allow me to start to build my chart. So you can see that it takes a few moments to import all of the data that we need, and when we've finished, it's ready to build our visuals. And we can see over in the right hand side here, this fields area. If I just expand that data table icon, we can see the columns that we've got available to us, and those are those 3 that we've just selected. So here are my different chart types, and I want a simple clustered bar chart. So I'm going to click on that, and that will put one in the canvas for me. And you can see it just gives me a little placeholder so I can see more or less what that's going to look like and how big it's going to be and so on. So as it says here, I need to select or drag fields to populate the visual. And what we're going to do is take our data points over here and we're going to drop them into the various different areas here. And depending on how we do that, that will dictate how that information is represented in the chart. So the first thing I'm going to do is put our value column into our value area here, because I know that the population number is the value that I'm representing on the chart. And you can see at the moment it doesn't really tell us very much because I haven't given it any way to break that information down. So all it's doing right now is summing the total of all of those different values for all of the different rows. So of course we want to break that down according to the wards. So we're going to take our area label column and we're going to pop that in the axis area here. And you can see suddenly this starts to look much more like a meaningful chart. We've got our wards and we've got the population for each of them, and Power BI has ordered that according to the size of the population. But actually we still haven't broken down by year, so what this is really showing is a sum of those 3 years for each of those different wards, which is not what we want. So the final thing we need to do is apply the year onto the report so that we can see the breakdown that way. And there's 2 different ways that we can do that. We can either do it using the small multiples feature, and you can see what that does is it gives us separate small charts which we can compare by scrolling. But actually that's not how I want to represent the data this time round. What I want to do is have a single chart which has the breakdowns for all of the wards within it. So I'm going to move the year into the legend area here. And what that gives us now is a single chart that contains all of the wards, and it contains the 3 different years of population for each of those wards. And you can see it's also given us a legend so we can see which colour corresponds to which year. So I'm quite happy with that. That's showing exactly how I want it to show. It's ordered by default by size, and there's some filtering options, and by default Power BI will allow the user who's viewing this report to filter based on, for example, the name of the ward or the year. Now the final thing I probably want to do is improve some of this labelling and terminology here, because these are just the name of the fields as they've come from the data source. We want to make these really represent what it is we're looking at on the chart. So I'm just going to go over here and double click on the name of the column, and area label I want to change to ward. Period label I want to change to year, and value I want to change to total population. And now you can see when we look back over here, we've got much more meaningful labelling. So to somebody coming along and having a look at this chart, they know exactly what it is that they're seeing. So that's it for this example. That's just a very simple one. We will do some more advanced use cases in later videos. But for now, that's it.